Hi, welcome to In the Showroom. I'm Jamie from Talk GT, and today we're going to be having a look around the absolute legend that is a Nissan R34 GTR. This one in particular is an M-spec. So the R34 GTR, I mean, what do you say? Absolutely defined a generation. They produced something like 11,500 R34 GTRs. Of the M-spec variants, there was only 366, so it's super rare straight out the gate. And then this one in particular is in EY0 silica brass, and they made only 122 in this color. For really, really accurate data, production numbers, all of that kind of jazz, GTRregistry.com have got your back. They've amassed a huge amount of data on the Skyline range over the years, so have a look at the website if you want to really drill down on the numbers. But this one's got stiffer rear sway bars, it's got really quirkily named ripple control dampers, and then obviously it got the full leather interior. And this one in particular has got a privacy glass rear option, which not a lot of the M's have got. That's quite desirable and quite interesting. I think it kind of really lends itself to the lines on the back of the car. It sort of tidies up some of that view that you get through the glass and looks really stealthy and lovely. Coming around the back, we've got adjustable plane in the rear spoiler, your M-spec badging on the back, and then a really nice carbon diffuser. So this is obviously for aero, but it also channels air across the back of the rear diff, so really nice little touch. They were super advanced when they came out. It's a car for a generation, and that's the PlayStation generation, and I'm very much part of that. Spent many a teen evening playing PlayStation 2, Gran Turismo, you know, driving this car around Trial Mountain. I'm showing my age a little bit there, but in the days of Nokia phones and PlayStation 2s, this is the sort of hero car for a lot of us, and remains so today. So in here, it's really, really lovely. So we've got these beautiful heated full leather front and rear seats, and we've got a lovely little touch on the upper bolsters here. So this is suede or Alcantara little insert. It helps hold your shoulders when you're sort of pushing on. Obviously the heritage of this car is pure motorsport, and that's a nice little touch to that. We've got the cutouts in the seat as well, suggesting that you could run a harness if you wanted to. One of the kind of nice little accents in the M's are that they have this gold stitching on the seats, steering wheel, handbrake, and the center console here. Ties in super well. It's actually a really, really particularly nice touch on this one in the silica brass color itself. The multi-information display at the top, again, as a PlayStation 2 man, you know, that's got that sort of menuing that was like fantasy stuff back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know, we weren't used to that level of sort of menuing and data and being able to kind of change the settings and things. So multi-information display, so of the time, so much like going through your PlayStation setup menus, and very, very cool. This one, interestingly, still rocking its factory original stereo. So, you know, that doesn't happen very often. Obviously we see a lot of Japanese cars from this kind of period here, and being fairly technology, you know, focused in Japan, they tend to have had at least one or two stereos over their life, keeping up with technology as it's moved. But this is, you know, factory original stereo, present and correct, which is really, really cool. Absolutely lovely in here. You know, the R34, what we've got, which is the big draw to a lot of people, is the RB26 under the bonnet. So let's get in and have a look at the engine bay. So we've got a monstrous, huge bonnet here that we open to reveal, you know, one of the most iconic engines from Japan. So Nissan's absolutely fabulous RB26. Very, very standard, this car. It's done only 22,500 miles. It was a high grade, you know, it's got collector written all over it. The only modification that we can see present here is this HKS induction kit. So this obviously, you know, raises the induction noise, and who doesn't like a bit of induction noise? So very, very easy to put back to standard. But, you know, other than that induction kit, it's completely bone stock under here, which is amazing, really. But what we've really got here is a nice low mile, lovely original RB26. Obviously at the time in Japan, They had the legendary gentleman's agreement where these things all put out 280 brake horsepower. In reality, these put out something like 300, a little bit over 300. You know, hugely modifiable should you want to, but obviously on a nice, rare, collectible car like this, you know, best off just left alone in my opinion. We spend a lot of our time talking about R34 GTRs with people at the moment. They're a red hot car. You know, that's partly to do with the American market, but also a lot of us PlayStation generation people coming of a certain age and being able to start looking at things like this for ourselves. So very, very cool to see this. R34 GTR, M-spec, very, very rare colour, lovely standard original car. It's just the sort of thing that we want to see here. So if you like this content, give us a thumbs up. If you want to let us know what you'd like us to feature next time, stick a comment in the box, hit subscribe and the bell icon, and you can keep up to date with these videos as we release them. Thanks for watching.